my mind goes to a king who called one of the ministers and asked, "Hey minister, can you tell me which profession is instrumental for our kingdom to be whatever it is today?" The minister immediately said, "Of course, the engineers. Because they build the entire infrastructure. Without that, the fort will not be there. Without that, the palace will not be there. Without that, nothing exists. The dams won't exist. Then irrigation is not possible. Because the engineers contribute to the infrastructure of a kingdom, the engineers are the most contributive profession to what a kingdom is." And the king said, "Then spot the best engineer in the kingdom and get him. I want to award him." Immediately another minister got up and said, "But I believe it's the doctors. Because if the doctor was not there, you wouldn't have born. If the doctor was not there, that ailment of yours, you would have died long time back. It is the doctor who keeps the engineers themselves alive. I think it is the doctors." The king said, "You have a point. Find the best doctor in town and bring him, and I want to award him." Immediately another minister got up and said, "What are you saying? It's the soldiers. If the soldiers were not guarding the borders, your kingdom would have become somebody's kingdom long time back. You would have been a slave and not a king." He said, "You have a point. Call the best soldier and bring him, and I want to reward him." Immediately another minister got up and said, "It's the business community. Without Dabbu, all this does not work. If all this has to function, it's because of money. So it's the business community which contributes to what a nation is." You have a point. Call the best business. And like this, every minister suggested another profession, and the best in each category was brought. All of them aligned there inside the court. And the king turned towards the prime minister and asked, "What should I do?" And immediately the prime minister said, "I know finally you'll get confused and come to me. You wait." And the prime minister left the court. A little later, the prime minister walked back into the court with the old lady. The moment the old lady stepped in, the engineer got up, the doctor got up, the soldier got up, the business community got up, the ministers got up. And seeing everybody were standing, the king felt a little embarrassed to be sitting alone. He also got up. And it's only after he got up, he realized the king need not stand at all. And yet, in a moment, he couldn't resist but ask this question. He looked at the prime minister and asked, "Who is this lady in whose presence all of us are standing?" And the prime minister replied, "She is the teacher who taught all of them." You can go through life without seeing an engineer in life. You can go through life without seeing a doctor in life. You can go through in life without having to experience a business community in life. No human individual is going to go through life without encountering a teacher in life, because even teachers are created by teachers. The prime ministers and the president of the country has to come from a teacher.